Hey guys, Jen Azure. I'm the TLC at Hermanson. Got to enjoy a Eureka presentation yesterday with a fellow, and it was in first grade. And she did a couple really cool things with the smartboard that I wanted to be able to share with you. I figured them out, and there's one little trick you might have to do to make it work for yourself, but it's super easy, and I can walk you through it. So I'm going to share my screen to you so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to share my desktop. All right, there we go. So this is my screen. I already have a smartboard lesson pulled up down here. And a few of the things that she was showing us were some cool stuff with the pens that she had. So I'll definitely show you that. Just so you know, this is where I noticed she didn't do this yesterday, and I wish she would have. You can display full screen. And when you do that, you can close it here, or you can just click escape. But when you are displaying full screen, these little dots can bring you up your tools. So if you don't have them right away, that's one of the places that they'll be when you're displaying full screen. When you are not in full screen, oh dear, this thing is in my way up here. Whoopsies. When you're not in full screen, you just click on these pens right here. And it gives you the choice of pens over here. So the kids think this is super cool. It is really fun. But here's what was so exciting yesterday, the magic pen. So basically you just draw a shape around something and it will like zoom in or highlight for you. Let's say I wanted to really focus in on this question for the kiddos. I would just circle this, and I'm using my finger on my keypad. You could do that, or you could use the pen on the board. And check it out, isn't it amazing? So you can drag it around a little bit. Apparently I should have drawn it a little bit bigger. But anyways, just like she did, you can circle and highlight some numbers, stuff like that. So definitely very cool. And you just click the X to close out of it. Some of the other fun pens that are a good time, the kids always get a kick out of the creative pen. And like if we're gonna write something, I'll ask them which one they want. And sometimes they'll, pick flowers. And you have these flower lines, right? So just kind of something fun to do. So something that, whoa, I deleted all that. Hang on a second. There we go. One of the other things that we had talked about on our first grade team was we're starting out the workshop model. So we wanted to be able to share our target on one side and success criteria with maybe a copy of the exit slip or the expectation for the day's learning. And then we also still wanted to be able to share the group rotations. And so if you just have two smartboard slides near one another, then you just do dual page, and that pulls up two next to each other. And then from there you go full screen, and you can display that, which is then where you would lock the screen with your remote, and you can unplug your computer and walk away and have both things still displayed. One of the other things that we saw, whoopsie, is not what I wanted to do. One of the other cool things that we saw was the transparent background. And I mentioned it in the last video, but I didn't really talk about it much. I used to use it during writing time, especially when I wanted some calming music, maybe a calming image to be displayed while I was teaching. So that's what the transparent background can help you with. So what I would do is start a text box. I know where my video is going to show up. I'll show it to you in a second. So I already know where to align the text. But I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll pick white because I know it's going to be on a blue background. And I'm just going to type today's target, today's success criteria. Kind of hard to do when you don't see what you're typing. That's funny. So, I mean, obviously you could type it in a different color first and then go back and change it to white so that you can see what you're doing. And obviously I would fill in then what our target and success criteria were. But down here, I have YouTube already pulled up to a calming video and beach scene. So I'm going to display that. Oh, no. I'm going to first do transparent. I'm going to go full page. And I'm going to go transparent. And so Smartboard is up. You can see here my target and success criteria is here. So it's basically layering an image over something else. Then I expand my screen. I can move when I'm in Smart. I can move this over a little bit. I saw that I needed to do. And then you come back over here to your YouTube and you can expand your screen. You have your target and success criteria listed here for your kiddos. And you have some calming music and a nice pretty image, some soft rolling waves. Nothing too distracting, obviously, but it's just kind of a little environmental thing. Obviously, if you do this, you can't freeze it and unplug, but during writing when you're conferencing with kids, you might not need to anyways. So I hope that was helpful for you. Let me see here. That's not what I want. I'm still learning this. Here we go. I want to stop sharing. There, that's just me. Oh, and the target and success criteria. That's awesome. I forgot to close that. Let's do that right now. There we go. So a few little smartboard tips and tricks. If there's something else you want to know, give me a holler. I'm happy to make a quick little tutorial for you. I think this one went longer than my normal 5 minutes. But that magic pen was definitely worth figuring it out, right? Oh, sorry. One of the things I wanted to show you, if you don't have your magic pen, all you need to do is come up here to your tools. My magic pen was not dark. It was grayed out. Oh, you can't see what I'm talking about. Hold that thought. I gotta share my screen. There we go. So I went up here to tools, and my magic pen wasn't black like this. It was grayed out. So that meant I didn't have it as a tool that I could use. So really all you need to do is, and I was doing that when I was in full screen, and then I clicked those dots like I showed you before, these ones. I didn't have it listed here. So I had to figure out how to get that. And I did, and all you have to do is go to the toolbar and just click on it once here in your tools, and it adds it to your toolbar for you. Cool? Holler if you need anything, and maybe subscribe to the channel. I figure out this stuff.